And travelers at Tampa International still feeling the impacts of the government shutdown. We just checked for you. 22 flights have been canceled, 67 delays. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Andy Payton live for us inside the airport tonight. Andy, this is a much different picture than just 24 hours ago, but we know if you are in that number of delays, that still hurts.
Yeah, Frank and Courtney, it certainly does still hurt. But yesterday we stood here and we told you how 50% of flights were delayed and canceled in some way. And today it's a very different story. As you sort of briefly mentioned there, we're just under 100 total flights here today that have been impacted in a delay or a cancellation in some form or another. And that came as a real surprise to passengers because if you remember, the FAA increased flight reductions from 4% to 6% today. But also the Senate last night had some promising news, passing a bill that would end the government shutdown. And those in the aviation industry tell me that they believe that that played a significant role today.
My assessment is that the fact that the Senate has taken positive action for an appropriation bill has sent a positive message to the air traffic controllers. And it's relieved a lot of the stress that they have about their future and when they're going to get paid.
Now, while there are a lot of promise today, that doesn't necessarily mean airport operations are going to completely return to normal. First, the House and the President still need to sign off on this bill, and then the FAA still needs to remove these reductions in order for the only delays that we see here at TPA to be weather or general issues related. But Frank and Courtney, we're being told that there is no guarantee that when the government does reopen, that those flight reductions are going to be immediately taken away. They're kind of going to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Reporting live tonight here at Tampa International Airport, Andy Payton, 10 Tampa Bay News.